So, honey, how was our anniversary?
It was good. Did you have a good time?
I did. It was a good day.
You know, sometimes I feel like our holidays are kind of funky sometimes. And so the night before our anniversary, we were talking about what we wanted to do. And I literally just said, you know what? The best thing we could do on our anniversary is have a good day.
Yeah. low delight level. Low expectations.
I mean, it's the 16th wedding anniversary, so it's not like it's one of the big ones like the 20th or 25th. I really just wanted to have a good day and not like have all this pressure on us. And I thought it ended up being really awesome. We actually got to extend it to the next day because our son spent the night at the grandparents', which was nice. It was probably one of our better anniversaries.
I know. It was like a 36-hour anniversary instead of 24.
I love it.
I'm Stu.
Hey, I'm Lisa.
And this is the Stupendous Marriage Show.
Today's word is stupendous.
You need some encouragement.
We really love listening to you guys.
You need some inspiration.
Love your podcast. Wonderfully inspiring as I think about my marriage.
Stupendous Marriage Encouragement.
You're listening to the Stupendous Marriage Show.
So during our 36-hour anniversary, we had this conversation over lunch, and it just was a good conversation. We'd gone to church and heard the sermon, and it spurred a conversation about accountability with one another and trying to better each other. And is that really our job as husband and wife, to make each other better?
In the conversation, I actually said, hey, we should hold each other accountable to this. Our pastor was talking about really trying to have a mindset like Christ, and how you do that. There's lots of different ways. Of course, one of them is being in the Word and praying and really spending time with Jesus and that kind of stuff. And so in the conversation, I was like, man, I really want that for myself. And you were like, yeah, I do too. And I'm like, well, great. Why don't we do this together? Why don't we hold each other accountable? And you kind of screeched to a halt.
I just don't think historically we've done a good job of holding each other accountable in this way, because when I say something to you, I don't know if it's received. Mm-hmm. This is my perception, being me and all the life experiences that I brought into our marriage and being a guy. When I give you feedback or say something into your life, I don't think you receive it from me. I think you kind of poo-poo it and go, oh, I don't think you really know what you're talking about.
Yeah. At least that's what you said. Yeah, I didn't agree with you, but well, it was funny because literally at church something happened and you kind of called me out on something, and it was fine. It didn't bother me at all. It is not naturally the way our relationship has been. Mm-hmm. You're able to receive critiques from me, especially because of your childhood and just you grew up being critiqued a lot. You're a performer and you were constantly being critiqued. And so that doesn't bother you a whole bunch. And that you didn't feel comfortable in critiquing me or calling me to be accountable to things. And I was really surprised by that.
Well, my big question is that the point of marriage? Are we supposed to be looking for the things to make each other better? Hey, you suck at putting away your underwear. Are we constantly supposed to be looking for the bad things? Mm-hmm. Or are we supposed to be looking for the good things and calling those out? I think we believe so strongly in focusing on the good and looking for the good in someone, finding the gold nugget and not the dirt that's around it, and going, look at the dirt, look at the dirt, look at the dirt. You need to clean it up. But hey, there's this shiny thing right there that's really, really good. Oh, keep doing that. Oh, I think that's a good thing. Keep going there instead of, the dirt, you got to clean up your crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's what I was trying to express. I expressed it right there better than I did on Sunday.
You did?
Maybe it's both and, like we kind of talked about.
I agree with you that you definitely should not focus on the negative for your spouse. But in the conversation for us, I really felt like it was a positive movement. It was, hey, let's you and I link arms together, move in the same direction together, trying to change our mindsets individually, but work together as a team and back each other up. Hey, how's that going for you? It's going good. How's it going for you? Not so good. Kind of having conversations and giving each other permission. And I think that's where that was different. It was giving each other permission to say, your mindset, you remember your mindset that you're really wanting to work on right now, you're not in that mindset. and really holding each other accountable to wanting to make that change. So yes, overall, I think in your everyday marriage, absolutely, you should not sit there and point out all the negatives for your spouse. But if you and your spouse come together and agree, hey, we're working towards a goal individually, but let's hold each other accountable to that, I think you can do that if you do it well and do it in love.
So what does that look like?
Do you remember years ago when we did a food program together, and we literally, hey, what did you have to eat? Hey, what did you have to eat? And just conversation of, did you come up with something different to eat? And we made sure that we were both on track. Even though we were doing it individually, we were kind of there to back each other up with ideas, with saying, oh man, I don't know if that would fit into the food program, maybe you should do it this way.
Yeah.
And so I think the same thing works in this context. This is our goal. Please let me know if you see my mindset is just going kind of haywire in love, not in like, I told you so, in love. Hey babe, do you remember my conversation on Sunday about changing our mindsets? I'm noticing you're just having a hard time. How can I help you?
Yeah, it's so easy though for us, I think, because we both work out of the house. We're in each other's space all the time. We just get going on conversation and it's like, oh yeah, this kind of sucks today. Oh, well, yeah, kind of sucks for me too. Oh, yeah, I kind of feel bad. Oh, I feel bad too.
Yeah.
And we just kind of spiral down
Yes.
into, just because we're having conversation and we don't think about going in a different direction, because that's just how we do life together. And we're open and honest with one another. I'm honestly feeling this way. Oh, I feel this way. And so, not that I don't want to go to higher places and communicate better. I just think we've not done that traditionally. So it's like, we've done it this way. We need to do it differently. We need to figure out how to move in a different direction with our conversations.
So when you were saying you don't feel like this would work for a marriage, how do you think it could work? I mean, what do you think a way a husband and wife, especially maybe somebody who is not around each other as much as we are, can call each other out in a positive way and hold each other accountable for a goal you might have together?
I read something this week that writing things out helps. I don't know how it would work in this context. The context of what I was reading was a husband and wife writing love letters back and forth to one another. And they just had this notebook, and one would take a piece of, one sheet of paper and just write something on there. And then they put it back on the shelf, and the other one would take it down because they realized that the other one had written them something, and they wrote, oh, that's cool. And they'd write each other letters back and forth. But it takes it out of that kind of attacking one another mode. I think you can get into with words, but I don't know, maybe if you write it out, okay, so I did this today, and I mean, I don't know if it's swapping journals or something like that. I don't know. I mean, that might be a tool for it, but I don't know. I haven't really thought about that.
Well, I actually think that's a really great idea in the sense of writing stuff out, because I do believe that so much, it's funny when we're texting people, so much can get lost in translation. I think when we're talking to our spouse, so much can get lost by my body language, by the tone of my voice, by the way I roll my eyes. I can be saying something that's genuinely nice, and if I mess up the way I'm holding my body, my face and my rolling my eyes, or my voice or my tone, you can receive it really poorly. And I'm like, whoa, what just happened? I meant it really well.
Communication is big percent body language.
It's so much different because we come into our marriages every day with the baggage of what happened yesterday, what happened a month ago, what happened a year ago.
Yeah.
Whereas other relationships, it doesn't happen as much, right? So I think writing something down, having a place where maybe you say, I did great today. I really had a great mindset. Man, I did really not good today. And you can maybe encourage each other, maybe a joint journal, whatever goal you have that you're working towards together, that you're actually, it's an individual goal that you're basically trying to work together on and hold each other accountable for. So figuring out whatever works for you and your spouse to do that, I think it would be really interesting to see how it works.
Is that something you do in your marriage? Do you hold each other accountable? And how do you do it? Would love to hear from you on air at stupendousmarriage.com. If you've got an email question for the show, we would love to answer it. And you can answer the Stupendous question at 615-592-1060. The Stupendous question is where we ask you a question and you call us and give us your answer. And the stupendous question right now is, what's the worst date you ever went on with your spouse?
Honey, I'm happy to say that our anniversary date was not the worst date.
It was not. It was very good.
But I do look forward to sharing one of our worst dates on the show in a couple weeks.
1-615-592-1060. We'd love to hear from you. Talk to you next time.
Bye.